Today is July the 11th, 2024. My name is Tanya Finchum. I'm with Oklahoma State University with the Oklahoma Oral History Research Program. I am in Oklahoma City today in the Oklahoma Black Museum and Performing Arts Center to speak with Erma Collins. And this is going to be a little bit about her neighborhood and a little bit about her. So thank you for coming today. Let's begin with wherever you want to begin, like before you grew up and that sort of thing, and we'll just move along.
I come from Ada, Oklahoma, but I don't know how long ago, but I can start remember when I first come from Oklahoma to 501 North Lottie in Oklahoma City. That's where I first grew up at. And we stayed there until 1944. I don't know the exact time my grandmother brought me to Oklahoma, but we stayed on 501 North Lottie to 1944, and then we moved to Carverdale's edition. I went to Dunbar Elementary School.
Okay.
And we moved to Carverdale in 1944. And I went to Edwards Edition School. And I left there in the 6th grade and started Douglas High School on High. I think I'm trying to think what year it was. I left there in the 6th grade and went to Douglas High School on 6th and High in Oklahoma City. And from there I graduated in 1955.
Okay.
And we were the first class to move to the new school on Martin Luther King. We were the first class to graduate from Douglas High School to Martin Luther King. And from there I just started living.
Well, let's go back. When you first moved into Oklahoma City, do you remember much about that neighborhood?
About
The first.
I lived there, and I don't even remember when I came there, but we lived there on there to 19. I think about 41. I think we probably come to Oklahoma, because I can remember when my daddy went to the service, and my uncle. I remember when they used to try to call home. I can remember that part, and I think it was about 41, and then we moved to Carverdale in 1944.
Do you remember much about the neighborhood?
It was a real nice neighborhood. And there was a lot of black-owned grocery stores there. Taylor's grocery store, Essex grocery store, and the oil mill, Jackson cookie store. See what else was down up in there. It was quite a bit of black-owned stuff in there at that time.
Was there any parks?
Yeah, it was it's on 4th Street. It's
Miss Erma, tell about the areas that you could not live in.
What'd she say?
She said, talk about the neighborhoods that you could not live in, the areas you could not live in.
Oh, the area we could not live in.
It was segregated back there,
We
remember?
were segregated. We couldn't go down. We couldn't live across 8th Street. And if you went across 8th Street, you worked over there in those little houses where these rich people lived there. Only you get over there, you had to work over there. And we 8th Street down by the ice dock as far as we could go. And the streetcars run up and down 8th Street. And I'm trying to tell you what was down there. Grady's hamburger stand was down there, and the ice dock was down there. That's as far as black people went.
Did you say the ice dock?
Uh-huh.
Explain what that is, because a lot of people in our generation don't understand what an ice dock is.
So what?
Explain what the ice dock is.
That's where they went and sit and talked and
By ice.
buy
With
ice.
the ice boxes.
Yeah, down there.
It was way before air conditioning.
Yeah.
Yeah, way before air conditioning.
So what were some things you would do for fun as a youngster?
What would I do for fun?
Yeah.
Go to school, go home.
But play with your neighbors?
Yeah, we played in our neighborhood. We stayed at home. My mother kept us at home. We didn't venture out too much.
So how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I had 4 brothers. They all have passed. But altogether, there's 11 of our siblings, but those are my half brothers and sisters that stayed somewhere else. But I stayed before with 3 brothers and my only sister. Leroy, Eugene, and Leonard was my brothers.
Okay, and so you had your own little play group there.
My grandma was very strict on us. We didn't roam up and down the street and all that old stuff. We didn't do that. We stayed at home, from school to home, and back to school to home. Every now and then we got a chance to go to the movies. But for us roaming around, we didn't do that.
You didn't do that. Or where would you go to the movies?
I go to Jules Theater and Aldrich Theater.
Are they still?
No, they're not. They're trying to do something with Jules Theater now. I don't know about the Aldrich because I haven't been on that side of town in a while. Down there on 2nd Street.
Do you remember the name of the family that owned the Jewel Theater?
The Newtons did own it. Let's see what her name was.
I can't recall the name, but I remember the family's name and everything. But the Jewel Theater, not only did they have the Jewel Theater in Oklahoma City, they owned the Jewel Theater in Ardmore.
They did. I didn't know about that. I know the Jewel Theater on 4th Street in Oklahoma City and the Aldrich Theater on 2nd Street. I knew about the Aldrich Theater there. But I don't know who owned them. We had a pool hall right next door to the Jewel Theater, Newton's record bar right there. We had a little chicken place right on the side called Alexander's Fried Chicken Place. That was black owned. And now the Jewel Beauty School was across the street from there. That was black owned. Black people went there to learn how to fix hair. And then we go on up a little bit further. It was Richardson Service Station up on the next corner. And that was black owned. And a little past that was the dentist's office. I think who owned that. And then past that was a wide WCA. I'm going up 4th Street now.
That's fine. You're doing good.
And then on the next corner was Dr. C. Wesley Morgan's. He was our doctor at this time in that building on the corner. And then on up a little bit further was
Do you know who built Carverdale? Do you know who built Carverdale and why they built Carverdale?
they built it for black soldiers. They were built for black soldiers. And I should have brought my book with me. I didn't think to bring all that stuff with me. Now my daughter was in here, she could really tell you about it. And
Was it returning veterans that they were allowed to build or could build in there?
yeah, they
Could
did.
get loans and build?
And when I moved there, it wasn't but 3 houses in that addition when I moved there. And that was Miss Clara Luper. I stayed next door to her. And on this side was Miss Garner. Stathams Cleaners was around the corner. And the Collins was the next one to move in there. And then it wasn't anything out there but just sand streets from we went there. There were no paved streets. And when we used the phone, they had it down on the corner on a pole. And you had to go down the street to use the phone. And
That was in the 40s?
that was in the 40s.
Tell how it felt. Tell how it felt living in that area.
I felt fine. I felt good living there.
Community.
Did
Did you feel a
Community.
sense of community?
Sense of community?
Yeah, it was real close. It was a good neighborhood to live in. It was safe. There wasn't no terrorized, no junk going on out in there. We was really a family.
Would they do like block parties or celebrations or gatherings as a neighborhood? Like for July 4th or something like that?
or maybe sometime we'd have parties, birthday parties and things in the yard. But we was real close knit family. Everybody in there was mother and father and sister and brother, and that's what we treated each other. We real close knit, and we didn't stray far.
If you got in trouble, your parents or grandmother would know before you got
Oh
home.
yeah, if Miss So and So down the street said something, you better not come home and call her no lie. You better be quiet. But you'll get another whooping when you get to the house. The parents was real strict on the kids. They didn't get out of line with the older people. We were real respectful. Still are today. Yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and thank you, and please. And when we come in, it's how are you? They don't just walk over people. So I lived a pretty good life.
You did. And your elementary school was you
It was at
Dunbar.
Edwards Elementary.
Edwards.
And it wasn't built like it is now. It was just little chicken coops. One building here, one building there, and 2 or 3 buildings out there where we had to go to school. But Miss Green was the principal, and our first grade teacher, I think, was Miss Sparks. I can remember the name, Miss Brown. See one other teacher. She still stayed there on Grand Boulevard. One of the other teachers there. And we were taught, if you didn't know nothing, you didn't go out for recess. You had to stay in, and you really learned something when you went there. Because they didn't fool around with you. If you didn't do what they said, you didn't have recess and stuff. But they were real strict on us.
How would they do lunch?
We had a hot lunch every day.
Lunch.
We had a cafeteria. They cooked and we ate every day.
And was it close enough to walk
Yes.
to from your house?
I just live on the other side of the tracks.
Didn't have to get on a bus or anything.
No,
And then you went to Douglas.
I went to Douglas.
And then brand new, you said.
Yes.
It was not integrated at that time then. That happened a few years later, didn't it?
Yes.
You were already out of school when that happened. Do you
Yeah.
remember like football games and that sort of thing with
We had the best football games. We had the best school. Douglas was the best school.
all the communities supported it?
Real well. The whole town supported it. When they left to go somewhere to play, we'd leave and go with them.
Did any of your teachers live close by?
Yes, Miss Strong lived in Evers Edition. Miss Sparks lived, I think, over on 6th Street. I'm not for sure. Miss Green lived at Evers Edition as the principal.
Okay. And where would you go to get your clothes? Or did your mother or grandmother make them?
No, we went downtown to Peyton Markets and Streets and Halliburton. We went downtown. We bought good clothes.
I didn't know if you made your own. Some people do, so.
Yeah, she made some of it. She mostly quilted. She didn't put us in too many made clothes.
Well, when you were in high school, would you go to away games?
All the time. Every time Douglas left, we left.
Oh, that's what you meant. You went to the games.
The town went to the school.
In high school, did they teach you about Black history? Like, did you learn about the Tulsa Race Massacre as part of high school history class or anything?
No.
I'm guessing no, yeah.
Miss Erma, would you describe your parents, your father, what he did, and your mother, what he did, what she did? Would you describe your parents, your father, what he did, your mother, what he did,
My dad went to
your family life?
My dad went to the service, and I don't know where he and my mother divorced, but she moved to Michigan. I think in the early 40s, she was going to where they make these cars up in Michigan. And she left and went to Michigan, and my grandmother raised me and my 3 brothers. And so I don't know what she did in Michigan, because I didn't see her for over 30 years before I seen her again. But other than that,
how did your grandmother support the family?
Working in the cotton fields and ironing clothes for the insurance people that came by. She did that. She ironed with a smoothing iron on a stove, and that's what she did. And she supported us.
And when you moved from that house to Carverdale, she's the one that moved
Yes.
took you to the next place. Is the home you grew up still standing?
Yes.
It is. You been back by?
I'll stay there.
Oh, you're still there.
I'm still there.
Oh, okay. So describe it for us. What kind of a house?
It's a 2-bedroom house, a living room and a kitchen and a bathroom. And it's still standing.
Okay. That's a good thing, isn't it?
That's a real good thing.
A lot of things have changed in this
So
this
much.
area. So you would have been living in the area when they put in the highways, the new interstates that came through, like the expressway or whatever they're calling that.
I-35.
Huh?
I-35. Were you there when I-35 came through there?
Yes.
Or 235. Do you remember much about that? It changed the neighborhood any, or
Not really.
not really?
What are some of your best memories?
Some of my best memories, getting up, going to school, coming back home, dinner on the table. I mean, that's as much as I did when I was a kid. I didn't do nothing a lot. And then went to school, we come home, we eat, we do our homework, we go to sleep.
What would be dinner?
Huh?
What would be dinner?
What would be dinner? Meatloaf, mashed potatoes, greens,
The good stuff.
some good stuff, the stuff that she grew in her garden.
Okay. I was wondering if the yard was big enough for
Oh
a
yeah,
garden.
it's big enough. She had a garden and she had a goat and she had some guineas, she had chickens, she raised all this stuff. And she canned lots of her stuff. We had fruit trees in the backyard. We still got a black walnut tree back there now.
Fruit trees, you don't see too many of those around.
No, not now. But then we had peach trees, cherry trees, and we lived by the railroad tracks. So she always had a garden out there. This is what she did every day. Worked in her garden and kept us.
With the railroad tracks that close, would hobos or appear at times? Do you recall?
Look like they kind of splatting out a little bit since
Okay.
then. Because we used to go up the hill and go down to the school.
Or do you have any memories of going into town that stick out to you from going into the city?
That was a city, not really. Not really.
Was there a library in your neighborhood or nearby?
No.
No. Where would you, or was there one you could go to somewhere or close by?
Let me see where library was. I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm assuming there was one downtown, but I don't know.
Probably was.
So if,
Did you have a church life?
Yes, I did. Went to Church of God in Christ, and I was baptized and raised up at 5th and Jordan, Ella Thompson's church. That's where we went to Church of God in Christ.
and that was every Sunday.
Every Sunday, every Monday, every Wednesday, YPWW, all night services sometime. Still go to church.
Good memories.
Yes, I still go to church. Good memory. All of them are good.
Well, you mentioned that the neighborhood had a beauty school. You said it had a beauty school.
Yeah, that was Nyla Jules Beauty College on 4th Street.
So was there a beauty shop and barber in the neighborhood? Or
Yeah,
close-
Garcia's Barber Shop. We had a Heights Dock. We had an East Side Showdown behind down by grade schools. The East Side, it was the East Side Showdown there. That was right off Jordan's. down there. We had an ice dock back there.
So there were cotton fields nearby? You said
No, they used to get on a wagon on the weekends and go to these different little towns and pull cotton.
Then you can remember your grandmother doing that?
Yeah, I remember her doing that. Because we used to cry to go. Because they would feed them out there, so we'd go on a weekend with her to pull cotton.
And she would let you go some?
Oh yeah, she let us go some.
So did you get to or have to pull some?
Well, they had us out there, but we didn't know what we was doing.
But
Sometimes they go, they pick, and then sometimes they go, they would pull. So we just pull it all, stalks and all, and put it in there. And then when you get up there, when you pull it, it don't weigh as much as you do when you just pull the bowls.
Yeah.
So we did that sometime on Saturdays.
Well, after you'd done it a couple of times, did you still ask to go?
Oh yeah, we go because they have cinnamon rolls and they have sandwiches and stuff. So kids, we gonna go. But we had to work when we went out there though. We just couldn't go to eat.
Yeah. So I don't know where in Oklahoma City area that would have been out toward.
That would be my part to try to lose it and
Okay, that direction.
town.
Okay. So would there be a dairy person that would come by, like a milkman, or?
Yeah, we had an ice man he'd come and put the block of ice in a little box like that there, and they had to put the blocks in there. We had a milkman that bought the little jars and set them on for little 6 jars.
And you remember that? That's.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember when the watermelon man would come by in the wagons and sell watermelon. They were a nickel a watermelon. I can remember all of that.
And the roads were not paved, you said at that point.
Paved at that time.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't paved. Belvedere wasn't there. Park wasn't there. Wasn't there but just Windermere. And the Statums lived on the corner. We lived around the corner from Jean Brown. That was Police Brown's house on that corner. We all lived on Windermere. And Ruby Hardeman's mother lived there. Miss Hardeman lived there. I can just about tell you back when I come up a kid who's there now. I don't know because it's everybody there now.
So when you got married, you stayed in the house,
No, I moved.
but you still have the house.
I still have a house.
Okay, I'm with you then. Where did you raise your family?
In my house, 1232 Windermere, and at 1309 Belvedere. I moved in Miss White's house when I got married,
Okay.
and I lived on Belvedere. And then I moved from there to Kerr Village, and then I moved back to Carverdale.
When you were in Carverdale as a youngster, do you remember what some of your neighbors, what they did for a living, the people around you?
Not really, but Miss White and Carl White, he was a musician. I stayed in their house. She had a store back then, and she made it into a house. And then then we had another grocery store out there. I think it was Glover's grocery store. We had 2 little grocery stores out there. And then as you go up 10th Street, we had a Trines Cleaners. The Vickers lived out there. They had a cleaners. And we had we had a little place there called Kilgore's where we would fix the cars. They were there. And we had Echo's Speed and Seed Company, which is still there. It's all on 10th Street. And then on the other side was the Linhart Lumber Company. And then there was a little house, some little cafes right in front of Douglas High School at this time. And then on down further was another grocery store. And then we had some little black cafes up behind Cato Oil Company. And we had, let me see what else is down. We had the lumber company, the loan company there. They burned all it down now and tore it down. Something different there now. That's not there anymore. We had Trines Cleaners, we had a barber shop in there, we had Dean's Barber Shop in on 10th Street there with and then my auntie had a little hamburger stand in between there. And then we had Norwood's grocery store on down Eastern at that time. And then we had later years we had Blanche's Drive-In on 6th Street on the corner across from Douglas. And then we had Taylor's grocery store, Essence grocery store. They were all black on this brown by Lottie, but it was all good.
It's like you didn't need you had everything you needed within your neighborhood just about, didn't you?
Yes.
Didn't have to venture too far out for necessities. So when you graduated from high school, what were your plans?
What was my plan?
Uh-huh.
When I finished high school?
Yeah.
Get married.
And you did that.
Yeah, I did that.
Did you work outside the home?
Oh yes, I worked. I worked at Black's Hotel. I worked at Queen Bee. I'm a cook. Oh yeah. And I worked at Black's Hotel until I finished high school. And then I started working at Queen Bee, and then I worked at Sellers Catering Company. I worked at quite a few places.
Cooking some of the things your grandmother taught you how to cook?
Yeah, I learned myself.
You have your specialty?
All of it.
All of it.
I like soul food the best though.
Turnip greens and pinto beans.
Yeah, pinto beans and mashed potatoes and roast and ribs. I can cook it all.
All that sounds
I
great.
used to have my own kitchen on wheels called Soul Snack. And then I used to go to all the sites and feed the people through the daytime. I had that. That was mine.
Ah. That was good. It sounds good to me.
It was good.
And did you put cabbage in your roast?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
My mother always did. She's the only one I can think of that does. Everyone
Okay.
else says no. Yeah.
It's gravy and roast.
Yeah.
Cabbage by themselves. Beans by themselves. I cook everything separate. Candied yams. I cook all that separate.
So at Thanksgiving you do the big spread, huh?
Yeah, the dressing, the gravy. I do it all. The turkey.
Did your grandmother do that when you were younger?
Yes.
And where had she moved from? Did you say Ada?
Ada.
And is that where she was born?
I know she's born in Texas somewhere.
Somewhere in
But,
Texas.
you know, when we were kids, grown folks didn't talk much around kids, so we really didn't learn a lot of stuff like the kids are today. When the company come in, we go out. We didn't ever know what the grown folks was talking about.
So do you know what brought her to Oklahoma City? Why she came?
No, she used to work at the Central State College in Ada. I don't know why she came, but she
came.
She moved to Oklahoma.
And your dad was in World War II.
Yeah.
World War II. You remember him going and coming back?
Yes.
Do you remember much more about that time period? How old would you have been? And why? 54. You probably would have been a teenager.
Yeah, about 11, 12, somewhere.
Yeah, early. Okay, so you would have been aware of some of the other things going on at that time, too, with servicemen leaving and coming, going back and forth.
Yes.
Did he communicate while he was gone?
Not as I know of.
Not that you know. Not to the kids anyway.
Not to my grandmother and everything. So.
And it was his mother.
Yes, his mother.
Do you have any pictures of the neighborhood, of the people that live close to you in Carverdale? Did you take pictures back then?
No. But most of the houses are still there. I can tell you who lived in them then, but I can't tell you who lives in them now because everybody lives in them now. But at one time, everybody didn't live in them. But it seems like everybody has moved in there.
Well, growing up, would you spend much time on the front porch, or did it have a front porch?
Yeah, we had a front porch.
Did
I made mud cakes and played jacks. I was a kid in the yard.
bicycle or
Yeah, we
play
had
ball?
bicycles, hopped the scotch. We did all that. We did kid stuff. We was always outside. We was never in the house. We was outside playing.
Outside playing.
If we was in the house, we was doing our homework and getting ready for bed. And on the weekends, we know we had to get our laundry ready for Monday morning. So we did our washing and ironing and stuff on the weekends.
Your grandmother was very organized, wasn't she?
Yes, it was. She was. She's firm and stern about everything. We knew exactly what we was going to do, what we wasn't going to do, and when we need to be in the yard. The sun better not catch us out of the yard. We were in the yard when the sun went down. We didn't ditch school. We went to school. You didn't ditch. If you ditched and they called, you was in trouble. We knew this.
So did you get in trouble much?
No, not just for fighting. Just mostly for fighting. And then not about getting in that yard. I knew to be there.
You knew to be there.
Yeah, we had to walk to Douglas High School from Carverdale.
I don't know how far that would be.
Quite a ways up there, but we knew at 4:30 we better be in that yard. We knew you get the idea how long it take you to get up there. We had to get up there and get back in the evening time. We better be in the yard at 4:30. We knew.
Were most of the neighbors' parents like that as well?
Yeah, they were all strict neighbors,
Real strict.
strict parents.
Give the address of the Douglas, where Douglas was then.
Huh?
Give the address where Douglas was then.
It was on 6th and High.
Yes, it was not in the location, it's in there.
It was right there by Butler's Barbecue. I don't know. All I know is 6th and High right there. I don't know. Butler's Barbecue was here, and Douglas High School was there. It was 6th and Lottie, 6th and High.
The Douglas where it's now is not, the Douglas now is close to Carverdale. But when you were in Douglas, it was at a different location.
Yes.
So in other words, it's changed locations as years change.
What'd you say?
Douglas changed locations
Yes.
over the years.
Yeah, they changed. It's a bunch of apartment houses up there now. Where
Tell,
old Douglas used to be.
tell one thing that you loved most about growing up the way you did.
I loved it. I loved Douglas. I loved going to school. I loved the teaching and stuff. We couldn't be disobedient to our teachers and things. We couldn't do none of that stuff. But I just loved my way my grandmother raised us.
Where is she buried? Your grandmother?
Where she buried.
Mhm.
Trice Hill.
Uh,
Trice Hill.
no. 150th.
I know where it is.
That one, she was buried there.
Okay. We can look at it. What was her name?
Sophronia Collins. Sophronia, Sofronia, Sophronia.
That's a pretty, it's
Thank you.
different. Do you know where the name came from?
No, I don't.
No. It's pretty. Are you named after anyone yourself?
My auntie, her baby daughter, Erma.
Okay.
Erma, she was Erma Collins. She's Erma Wilson. She's the Gap Band's mother. That's who I was married at. Well, I was named after.
And your maiden name was
Collins.
Collins. And the family name for that house would be Collins. Okay.
Yes.
Did you say something about the Gap Band?
Huh?
What did you say about the Gap Band?
I said I was named after their mother, Erma Collins, the Gap Band, that's their mother. Charlie Wilson's mother, I was named after her, that's my auntie.
Okay, that's important. You know the Gap Band?
Uh-huh.
They were just on TV, on Jay Hudson's show. Charlie Wilson was.
Was it
In
on
Tulsa,
there?
Oklahoma.
Two of the brothers have died. The baby boy and Ronnie, he just passed away not too long ago. And he have a sister named Loretta, she stays in Tulsa. It's just two of them left, it's Charlie and Loretta.
So when you graduated from Douglas, how many were in your class? Do you
Oh, we had a big class.
big class?
I can't remember. When you graduated with me. Uh-huh.
Yeah, big class, I was in the class of 55.
Yeah, well, we had a large graduation.
Couple of hundred or
Huh?
a couple of hundred or more than that?
Yeah, it was quite a few.
Quite a bit.
We were the first class to graduate from the new Douglas High School.
Yeah,
Now, the class of 54 used the facility for their graduation, but we're the first class to actually go to school that whole year
yeah,
and then graduate from there.
yeah.
I have a note on here that you may have known Lavetta Hammonds. Does that name sound familiar? A home demonstration
Who?
person? Lavetta, Lovetta.
Yeah.
Hammonds.
Yeah, she knows Lavita.
Lavetta.
Oh, no,
Lavetta.
Lavita, because I don't know
So
Lavita.
so I said it wrong.
It's
Okay.
It's okay.
Lavetta.
She knows her.
Yes, I know.
Home demonstration or home extension person. Yeah. I had someone had said you might know her, so I thought, oh, I'll
Yes, I
check.
know her.
Been knowing her for over like what,
I don't know
20
that.
some years now.
What'd you say?
You've been on Lavita now for about 20.
I've been known about 20 years now. Lavita Hammond.
Lavetta.
Yeah, I don't know what other Hammond you was talking about.
I got that too. Well, during the summertime, was there a pool or tennis courts or something like that you could go do? As in high school, I guess, more than it was since your grandmother wouldn't let you out of the yard later.
Later she let us out the yard, but not when we were kids.
Was there a neighborhood, a park or pool, an area where you could go to have some
Yeah,
recreation?
yeah. We had a pool on 4th Street. We had a park on 4th Street. I'm trying to think of it. It was right there by Ross Funeral Home.
Washington.
Washington Park,
Okay.
Did you all ever come out to Toland Park?
Huh?
Did you ever come to Toland Park in Westtown?
No, I didn't ever come. 'Cause we didn't get that far away from home.
As a senior, did the class go on a senior trip? Did Douglas High take you on a senior trip?
We always went somewhere. We went to different schools and we had different science class and talked about stuff in different schools.
Where did you go your first trip outside of Oklahoma City? Even out of the state of Oklahoma, maybe?
It was like my first year.
Your first trip.
Your first trip out of Oklahoma, where did you go?
Where did I go?
You went to California to see Uncle
Oh,
Eugene Walker.
I went to California to see my brother.
Oh, that's a long
Your uncle.
long way.
My Uncle Eugene. Okay.
Okay.
It's been so long ago, like I said, down through the years, someone should be coming by. I'm 87 now, so all I know now is I think it's really good for me to remember this much at 87 because so much has happened during this time. So whatever I can remember, I think it's good.
Yeah, I do too.
You know, I've been lots of places and I've did lots of things and I've met lots of people.
So you graduated in 55. You would have been in the area in 1958 when they did the sit-in at Kat's department drugstore downtown.
Yes.
Do you have any memories of that time period?
No.
You were not. You were older, so you wouldn't have been involved with that. I guess it was younger.
No.
younger people who did some of that.
The Cass drugstore,
Yeah.
that's when Claire was.
Yeah.
And so we could sit down there. Finally got where we could sit down.
Yeah.
We got down there. I did, like I said, I stayed next door to it, but I never was involved in none of that.
Yeah.
Walking stuff.
Your grandmother would not have.
Huh?
Your grandmother would not have let you, huh?
Well, she probably would let me, but I just didn't get involved.
Wasn't
in
it? Wasn't fair enough. Do you have a favorite childhood memory?
A favorite. All of it was good.
What were holidays like Christmas? What would Christmas be like?
They was marvelous. They were good. We had everything.
A tree and
We had a tree. We had presents. We had plenty of food all the time.
okay. And so my map in my head's a little bit off. The river is not close to Carverdale, right?
No,
No, that's a different neighborhood that's on my list. So you didn't have to worry about getting flooded out. Is what I was going to ask, but no.
no. Sometimes, but not all the time. When they paved the streets and put the sewers and things in.
Can I say this on Carverdale? Carverdale, in my memory, was a new neighborhood where blacks lived. And everybody was, they were struggling to get over there because it was a new neighborhood, new houses. And they thought that once, if you got a chance to move to Carverdale, you would hit it. You know,
She didn't tell me.
I don't think she did, but
She didn't
people
tell
were
me.
striving to get to Carverdale because they thought you were really in, that you had money or whatever.
She's always told me that Carverdale was the first edition that black people ever was able to get, like you said, the new
Could
homes.
live
They
there.
living behind other.
Right, these were new homes.
Yes.
And if you lived over there, people said, oh, you live in Carverdale?
Oh,
You know, that kind of thing. And you all didn't know because you were there, but other people, that's how they referred to people that lived in Carverdale.
Yes. No.
And Edwards Edition, Edwards Edition.
Yeah, I know about Edwards Edition.
Now, it was addition. You remember where there used to be a lake where y'all go
Oh, yeah.
fishing?
Right there on Bryan. There was a lake there, right there on the corner of Bryan and 10th Street. And it was called Snake Island. That's where I told those two kids got drowned in there, and the doctor's son and Jackie Jordan's brother. We'd go fishing there all the time, but they somehow or another they got down. I got tangled up in some weeds and got drowned down there. In there, there was Doctor. I don't know. I forgot his daddy's name, but the other boys, it was Jackie Jordan's brother. I used to tell you about. They got drowned off in there. But other than that,
The fairgrounds, you tell about that?
who?
Going under the, where the fairgrounds used to be right in
Oh
front of
yeah,
Carverdale.
that's when we had a fairground. I don't know about this one we got now, but every year the fair would come there on 10th and 10th Street, and we used to have to go up under the 10th, but it stayed in there for months. We didn't go to the fair. It was a good fair. It had everything at the fair. It didn't have no junk like they got now. They had performers, the Ringling Brothers. When they came to town, it was something to see. And they had real stuff in there. They didn't have no popcorn, all that old stuff. Just that, but they had dancers, they had sideshows, they had lots of stuff that you really want to see when they come. The Ringling Brothers come in, and the elephants come in, and all the things come to the fair. It was a good fair.
And how would you get in? Is that what she
Under
was
the fence.
under the fence?
We just go under the fence and go to the fair. But it was a good fair though. We had a wonderful fair. It is not like it is now.
That was when it was down on Eastern.
Right where Douglas, where the golf course and stuff is now.
It's where the golf course is now.
Would there be carnival rides as well?
Yes, all of that would be there.
Yeah. That's a good reason to sneak under the fence.
Sneak under the fence and go to the fair. We just go out, just go under the fence and go to the fair.
And did your grandmother know that?
No, she didn't know it.
No, she better not have known it.
But I know we done went done something wrong, but dude was on. She was a good grandmother though.
Yeah, so you're entitled to a little fun as long as you're safe, right?
Yeah.
Was the fair integrated or was it segregated?
No, it wasn't integrated.
It was.
It wasn't.
It was not.
Uh-uh.
So, did they ever catch you sneaking in?
No.
No.
I knew when to go.
Well, would you have gone to, well, when you're older, I guess, to go down to Deep Deuce and listen to any jazz?
I used to go down there. I used to go down on Second. They had, what part you want me to tell you about? Where the Blue Note started, where the drugstore started, where the YMCA started. Dr. This doctor's name. He had a place down there, the pool hall, and Zimmer's Chat and Chew. Where you want me to start at?
Wherever you want to start. All that
Ellie's
sounds
Cafe
good.
was there on the corner. The Blue Note was the black owned by the Spears, Gresham Spears. They owned that. They owned on the corner. That's when the people think they doing something now. They were wearing feathers and fine clothes and doing all that stuff back then.
Gretchen Spears' brother was here, Maurice Spears.
Spears,
I'm trying to let them know.
Maurice and they owned that place before the Deep Deuce got up under it. They owned that, and across the street was on the corner was Randolph Drugstore, and next door was Ellie's Cafe, and on down was Miss Pie Shop. Miss, what I tell you her name was the upholstery man at the school. His wife owned that the pie shop, the fried pie shop down there, and then there was Blanton and Butler's, and then there was Aldrich Theater on down further. And then up on the hill was Calvary Baptist Church, and across there was Canton Hotel. That's the only place black folks would come in and stay. They'd come here to perform. It was right there on Walnut, right across from Calvary Baptist Church. That's on 2nd Street. And they had a big pool hall over in the corner. And you see what else was down there? Chat and Chew, and we had a dentist shop down, a dentist place right in there. And let me see what else was down there. I think it was black owned.
You lived in a segregated society and you lived in an integrated society.
Mm-hmm.
What is your opinion about both?
What's my opinion? I don't have no opinion. I just live. I don't have no opinion. You either like me or you don't.
No, I mean, how did you feel living in a segregated society, and how did you feel living in a integrated society?
Well, when we come up, we wasn't taught to live different because all the people that came to the house were white, and they treated us good. The insurance men, and when my mama died, they were all in her funeral. So I really don't know because she didn't teach us no different. She didn't teach us white and black.
She didn't teach you prejudice.
No, she didn't teach us prejudice. And to this day, I don't. If you treat me good, I treat you good. If you ain't treating me good, I ain't treating you good. I just keep moving on. But it doesn't bother me. I just live. And thank God I'm still living.
Well, your children went to an integrated school by the time that. Do you think their experience was different than yours in a segregated one?
No.
No.
Yeah, but it's something we were taught. it wasn't a color barrier because like Leroy had a white wife and Eugene had a white. So my aunts were of
Right.
Caucasian descent.
I think I
So,
come with white, my
If
family
you
I
are
have black.
whatever, green, purple, if
We
you
got all
treat me bad,
nationalities, Indians, then my brothers and
you
kids are
treat
all
me
married to
fair and
different
square, I treat you fair and
races
square.
of people.
I think when I was in the 5th grade, I grew up in Carverdale, of course, and I went to Edwards Elementary, and then you moved me to Midwest City, I think, at the 6th grade, and I was the only black person in that whole entire school in Midwest City. And it was strange at first, because I'd never ever been just the only black person in the school to that magnitude. But I was able to make 2 friends, and we got along pretty good. Sophronia came and got me, wasn't long, but I'm just who I am. If you're okay, I'm okay. If you ain't okay, I'll let you know. And you just have to not.
What were the lessons that you taught your children?
What lessons?
Mhm.
To be kind, to be nice, to be mannerable. And treat everybody alike.
He was most definitely taught to be mannerable. You did not say anything back to
Not to say anything.
So racism, prejudice did
That's my
not
mama.
affect you in a negative way.
So what now?
Racism and prejudice did not harden your heart. It did not affect you in a negative way.
No.
Can you tell how you felt when your father got killed by that Caucasian man? Did that do anything? That's what she's basically asking me. Have you
Oh,
been in a situation where something happened to you that would make you?
well, no, this white guy mistaken my daddy for someone else and shot and killed him. And it didn't affect my beings about other white folks because everybody's not alike. He just mistaked identity and missed and killed the wrong person. And it didn't change me. I'm still the same person. By the way, I think I got more white and Indians and Mexicans in my family than anybody. All of my grandkids is married to white people and Mexicans, and then when you sit down to take me, you see us all.
We all bleed red, don't we?
All blend in.
So you teach your grandchildren what? What do you teach your grandchildren?
To be nice, to be kind to everybody, and do unto others you'd have them to do unto you.
The Christian.
Mm-hmm.
Christian.
The Christian way.
Because we did have a problem with that.
A big
My
one.
grandbaby, his mother is white and he is black. Dad is black. And he would be talking to us and he'd say, well, Grandma, those white people down there. And I was like, now you gonna call them people white people? He said, well, I'm black. And he just brightened up brighter. Yeah, earlier. I take him, I'm gonna take it to the store as a baby and they be looking at me, is that your baby? I'm like, that's my grandbaby. But we don't
make no difference in color. Color is just a color.
You mentioned there were streetcars when you were
Yeah,
younger.
streetcars that run straight down 8th Street.
Could you ride them?
Oh yeah.
You could. Was there? I've heard about an interurban railroad thing that ran somewhere nearby.
There's a railroad track up behind my house. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. An interurban one is a shorter track that would go like from here to Edmond, maybe.
To Tulsa.
Well, that could too. I don't know.
Well, they had one to go to Frederick, Oklahoma. They ran behind our house in Carverdale.
Okay.
A train. The tracks are still there. Now they're still up there. Yeah. I don't know where they go now because
A lot of changes have happened, haven't they?
Lots of things
A
have
lot.
changed in 80 years. It's been 80 years.
What has been the biggest one where you, in your area you grew up? What do you consider the biggest change?
The biggest change is in Carverdale.
The people who live there, or
People that come in there, it ain't them that live there, it's the one that's coming in there.
it's more integrated now,
Yes,
and that makes a difference,
a big difference.
a negative difference?
Yes,
Yeah.
somewhat.
What would you like to see Carverdale be like now?
Like it used to be.
Yeah, loaded question, huh?
Like it used to be.
Like it used to be.
Carverdale was like a family. And it's just different, not only in Carverdale, I should say, but we didn't disrespect each other. We were a fan. Carverdale was actually a
A
family.
family, and today
We
still that
cared for
way.
each other. We loved one another. You didn't, just like you respected your mother. I respected Miss Shepherd. I respected Miss Johnson around the corner. If we needed something, they were there. If they needed something, we were there. It's just not family, I guess I should say. We grew up together in Carverdale. I did anyway, as a family. I was born in '56. And I grew up in Carverdale as a family. The whole neighborhood was just there for each other all the time. And of course we had like a neighborhood association and things of that effect back then, but we were just more,
Family oriented.
yeah, we were just more close than we are anymore. And I don't know if that's because people have moved away to different areas of Oklahoma City. And I try to talk to my kids. I was wondering where we lost it. Where did we get to where we don't care for one another and love on one another? And I still think it was about in the 70s somewhere where black people were actually able to get away from black people. They were getting better jobs, like Western Electric and the telephone company, and those to me. And instead of, we were giving our babies a lot of things, and they didn't realize the sacrifices we were making. But when I came along, I knew the sacrifices that were being made so that I could eat and sleep and play and go to Douglas Center and have Mr. Hill come over and teach me how to paint and things to that effect, that they would give the time for us. But I don't think our children ever had a chance to experience that. And I blame me, I'm a part of that era. I just, I thought I was making it easier for them, and I think I just made it where they don't value. I value her. I value this lady. I may not never see her anymore, but I value her. They don't seem to value me, and that just breaks my heart. I'm sorry, I'm bringing in y'all's
That's all right.
but it breaks my heart to see that we, from work, like she said, Carverdale we knew every inch and cranny of it, and everybody.
Well, see, this generation has lost the value of the word of respect. And I'm gonna tell you what you were just saying. The generation said, well, I don't want my kids to have to go through what I went through, so you spoil them. And they lost respect.
I don't even cut you on my voice. She said what so.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I'm listening.
Don't listen, he wants to hear what you're gonna say.
Because we're recording right now, that's all.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So what now?
Just
So,
generations passing the flame, trying to teach the next one respect. And you've done that.
Oh yes, I do it all the time.
Yes,
I'm
you have
in
done
the
that.
line trying to boss somebody else's kids that's talking crazy to their parents, and hey, you don't do that. I've had women that tell me they're scared of their kids. Ain't no way. Now I come and burn the world don't tell me nothing. But listen, and I be in the line trying to tell somebody's kids, you don't talk to your mother like that. You don't do that to your parents. You don't do this. And I'm always on somebody else's kids. Because we weren't allowed to do it. We went to your house, we knew where to sit at in the front room, we didn't run all over your house. We were really taught manners and respect for each other.
Well, and somewhere along the way that has gotten lost, I guess.
Oh, yes. The young people of today don't have time to teach the kids because they too busy in the streets. They say, see, we was not in the streets. We were at home. And what the parents at home said, that's what went. It ain't what nobody, what she tell you, it meant a whole bunch. Because when she looked at you, you knew that look. You didn't have to even think about it. You knew it. What she wanted you to do and what she didn't know, what she did not want you to do. And she didn't tell you but one time either. It was trash day, it was dish day, this is your day, you didn't miss it. You know, like I forgot, you didn't forget to take the trash out of your day. You didn't forget to wash them clothes on the weekend. We knew we had to get them things washed and ironed for Monday morning. We had 6 clothes, changes of clothes. We knew they had them ready come Monday morning. So they didn't repeat themselves like they do today. The parents of today, I forgot to do this. No, you didn't forget nothing. If she told you your day was Wednesday, you better don't forget Wednesday. Do it was on.
And if you did forget, what would happen?
You get your spanking. There was no sitting in no corners. What did I tell you to do? Whip them legs. You know, she had some little peach tree limbs and she tapped them legs. You knew what your chores were. Today kids don't have chores. They just walk through and
Yeah, drop it.
drop it. You didn't drop it there. You had hangers on the door. You don't hang that dress on that door. You know, with this here, you know, put them shoes in that closet. You knew this. This what don't tell you every day. You knew every day what to do.
We had to go get our own switch.
We did too. Don't come back with no.
Yes.
Don't come back with nothing like this here.
I had to do my fair. I got my fair share of those.
Did you? Switches.
So,
The peach tree levels.
I tried smaller ones that didn't work.
No,
Then I tried crying before she got to me, and sometimes that would work a little bit.
it didn't work for her. You better not run from her, and you better not run, because come night you gonna come in that house and she gonna still do that. She ain't gonna run after you. I can remember all of that.
And your neighbor's close enough to hear you cry.
Oh yeah, we next door. Mm-hmm.
So that comes into play a little bit too. You try not to as much. So you don't want to cry too much so they know you're not getting in trouble, your neighbor. You don't want your neighbors to know you're getting in
Oh no,
trouble.
they didn't get it. Whoop you. Get your legs. Neighbors could know what they wanted to. If you did something, you got them legs whooped.
How about in school? Would they do paddling?
Well, yeah, they did pattern, but not much. Because, you know, back then kids didn't do the teachers like they do them today.
Mm.
You didn't dare go to the schoolhouse talking about doing something to your teacher or none of that stuff. That didn't happen. But if you needed a spanking, they gave you a spanking. But we were just not getting back to it. The parents of yesteryears was raising their kids. And you can tell raised kids from them ain't raised. And the kids of the day just having kids, and they want their grandmothers to raise them, and they take them right to their grandparents because they know they don't know nothing. They don't know a thing.
Well, if every grandparent was like you, I think we'd be in much better shape.
Well, you know, I think I'm in pretty good shape because they don't mess with this grandmother. It's a stopping point. And my kids, all my boys, they're not in the streets. They ain't dropping their pants. They know what they can do and what they can't do in this family. It don't fly.
And you taught them all of that living in Carverdale, right?
Yes.
Right. So it's been a good place to raise a family. And
Yes, I think that's why they're all moving back because it's. I tell my kids sometimes it's something over in here they won't. Because years ago you couldn't get them to come to Carverdale. The east side wasn't the thing, but the east side is the thing.
Is there a marker or something that designates it as Carverdale, or do you just have to know where the?
You know, it's some lights and street names and things, you know.
Okay. Yeah, it's not just it's not
No, it's Carverdale, Belvedere, Windermere, Park. Every street got a name.
Okay.
Did I miss one?
No, just that it does have a sign out.
Oh, yeah, we don't have a sign.
Okay. I want,
One of my best friends in college was knitting, stripping.
Okay, yeah, we've been trying to.
well, that's my questions, unless you have some other stories you want to tell us about the neighborhood.
We've been trying to.
All I know is,
You have a really good memory for walking us down the street.
yeah, that's where I lived for all my life. I ain't lived out of Oklahoma. I lived in Oklahoma. People leave and forget, but I ain't left here. I'm still here.
You're still here.
87 years later, I'm still here.
Well, let me back up. When you were picking cotton or pulling cotton with your grandmother, would you get to keep any of the money?
Oh, yeah, give us some money.
So, do you remember how you would spend yours, or where you would
Give us
spend
some
it?
shoes or felt skirt, some of that good stuff out of streets and paid markets and Halliburtons and let me see who else is downtown. Streets, Halliburton, Curves, paid markets. Yeah, we there for I'd go there and purchase my clothes and put them in a layaway. And when I got paid, when I worked at Black's Hotel, that you can't take nothing in there. You better have a ticket when you come. She was really strict on us. So when I get paid, I was getting $50 a week to work at Black's Hotel. I bust dishes. I started working there and finished high school at Black's Hotel. I used to work with Cat Fords. You know Cat Ford. You know Cat, don't you? You know the Davis out there in West Town. Cat Ford. I used to work with their mother down there, their sister at Black's Hotel. They was the maids and the housekeeper. Cat Ford, Cat Davis, yeah.
Bobby Davis.
Bobby Davis' sister. I used to work with her grandmother and sisters down at Black's Hotel. I didn't get to work at the Billmore, but I worked at the Skirvin. I used to work at the Skirvin Hotel down there.
And how would you get from Carverdale to the Skirvin?
Walk.
Walk.
We wasn't too good to walk then. See, now you talking about pick up. You don't pick up. You don't get up and get your feet in the road and go where you going. Back then it didn't look like it was that far, you know. But now we done got old and stuff done stretched out. So we go, oh, you gonna walk up there? Oh yeah, you gonna walk up there.
I've been in the Skirvin once. It was a pretty hotel, and
It's still pretty.
some famous people came through there too, and it's just a very pretty hotel. So you've had a rich interest in life, I think.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to add? Do you have a role model who you wanted to be like?
No,
No.
not me.
Okay.
I don't know nobody else I want to be like but me.
And you let your children out of your yard for a few times.
Little right next door and a couple doors down.
All right then. I will finish my interview with asking you, how do you want people to remember Erma Collins?
They'll remember me.
How do you want them to remember you?
It's been a good person.
Okay. Mission accomplished.
Thank you.
Thank you for talking with us today. It's been great.
Okay.
Grandmother cooked for the governor, the one that got,
I did a lot.
Okay.
I did a lot of things I own.
So this is a follow-up. Let's talk a little bit about your cooking career.
Oh, it's fantastic. You'd be surprised.
Well, take us through it there for us.
Huh?
Tell you cook for Governor now.
Yeah?
Yeah, I cooked for him. I cooked for Bill Cosby when he came here. I was working I had the college, the black college out here on 23rd. I used to work there too. And that's where I met Bill Cosby at a concert thing. He came in, I cooked for them. They come talk about, oh, we thought you was one of the.
Yeah.
Oh, go see you.
You came in to
I even have some pictures of that.
And you cooked for Governor Nye?
Yeah, I cooked.
What was that occasion for?
It was a big thing that came here that I cooked for him.
Do you remember what you cooked?
Everything.
What were your favorite dishes that you were so good at cooking that they wanted?
Everything.
They requested what the most?
Me to cook.
You to
I can put it together.
What
Was it
Roast.
roast or
Fried chicken.
meatloaf? What did you cook?
I cooked a whole bunch of stuff. I cooked 2 or 3 meats, mashed potatoes, candied yams, cornbread, rolls from scratch. I cook it all.
What were the meats you served?
Fried chicken.
Just fried chicken?
No, roast.
and
Fried chicken and roast and
Ribs.
Huh?
Ribs.
Oh yeah, don't leave them out. I love them. Yeah, ribs.
did you have to cut up your own chicken?
Yes, I can.
That's a thing of the past, isn't it?
Yeah, all that stuff of the past.
Would you share your recipe? How did you fix your chicken?
I wash it good. I soak it in vinegar and water at night. And lots of people don't know how to cook chicken. They think this you got to first clean it first. Everybody don't clean chicken either. You need to, I should have brought Charlie Mae so she can tell you when I went to I had to cook for my church, and they brought this chicken in there for me to have to fix. So I stayed in there so long. They come back there and said, "What is you doing?" And he said, "I'm cleaning this chicken this long." I had to show him where all the legs need cleaning out, where all this stuff need to be pulled out. She said, "I can't believe this." He said, "I ain't never did this. I said, you ain't been eating no clean chicken then." They'll tell you. They'll tell y'all every time. Whatever I do, I try to do my best.
Was it baked or fried, or your chicken? Did you bake it or did you fry it?
Fried. And I'm like this. I'm a this kind of cook. I can't measure. I'm not a measure cook. I'm a taste cook. And I taste it till it tastes like what I want it to taste like. So when you sit down, you don't have to salt it. You don't have to pepper it. You don't have to. Now that's the kind of cook that I am.
Well, good cooks don't have to measure.
Huh?
Good cooks don't have to measure.
No, and I don't. If I measure something, it ain't gonna come out right. If I'm gonna make rolls, I just throw the milk and the eggs and something. If I'm gonna make cookies, I do the same thing. I make those school cookies with 3 fingers, and I make those sometimes for my kids. And if I'm gonna cook chicken, I know what to do to make it taste like chicken. I like it ain't got no salt, no pepper. And I do all this. And whatever I'm cooking, I'm tasting. I cook greens with the right stuff. And I don't put. Some people just put stuff, and you don't cook like that. You cook everything separate. If you're cooking greens, you cook them over here. Don't put this in because that don't go in green. If you're cooking yams, you don't put carrots in because that don't go in it. You cook yams, you make them yam. Make the sugar stick to them and the syrup stick to them. Some people just cannot cook, and I let them know everywhere I go, if it ain't good, I tell you, go get your manager, let me tell you, this ain't good, and this thing table don't need to look. I'm a firm person about that. I'm real funny about cooking and what go in people's stomach. I want it to be clean. And when you leave, I want your plate to tell me that it's okay, and I just reckon it. I used to work for Sellers Catering Company. They had a friend there that cooked. He's your friend, but you ain't gonna have him the first year I worked with gross over $1 million. And the next time I said, I heard some people down there talking, this food ain't no good, y'all served it. I said, I don't wanna work, and I don't know how I wanna work where they said, you said Erma's working. If it ain't good, I don't want you to mention my name, because that ain't what I put out there. I don't care where it's at. If you ask anybody about Erma in Oklahoma City, can't she? First place, say, are you still cooking? Don't ask me how I feel. They come say, are you still cooking?
Well, you can
They
cook.
never ask, huh?
You know, people say, well, she can cook.
Yeah.
That'd be the reputation if you can cook. If somebody can't cook, they say they can't cook.
So you soak your chicken in vinegar first?
I wash all my meat except hamburger meat. Everything you get out of a store with this meat, rolls and stuff, put just some water and put some apple cider vinegar, salt, and soak it up. And look in the water, see the trash that come out of. Some people just put stuff. You don't do that. I soak and clean everything. I peel my potatoes. I don't put them hulls in potatoes. I don't do that.
Yeah.
Cause some people don't scrape them potatoes. Now, if I'm gonna bake a potato, it's solid clean. Cause I'm got me a knife and I'm scraping and I'm scraping. Ain't gonna be nothing on it when you can eat the hulls when you pull them out them tin foil. If you ask anybody that almost cooking, I can throw up a bean place a day in the line. I used to have a camera. She won't work for me. She said it work good. I used to work in this cafe I had. It never closed. Are you cooking tomorrow? That's what the first thing they ask. Are you cooking tomorrow? But if I said somebody else is cooking, I ain't gonna have it. But she won't work for me. She said I work at it again.
Do you put sugar in your cornbread?
Yes.
You do?
Do you like sugar in yours? People like that's that old taste. I like hot water cornbread. You haven't had it? Never had no hot water.
Yeah.
You take your cornmeal, you boil your water, you put a dab of baking powder in it, take the white out around the yolk, because you put the yolk in it, put it, mash it together, and put it in a skillet where the grease come up over the sides of it, and fry it. She said she never had no hot water cornbread. Have you had some?
Try, please. You
I was to say, I know you have.
I haven't, but I will try some.
It's really good, and you just pat it in your hand like that and put it in the grease. Yeah, but that
And see,
is
people
good.
made hot water because they didn't have all the ingredients. They were poor. And this is a shortcut for not having all the ingredients. They put hot water.
Yes, we had hot water cornbread. Put your pinch of baking powder in so it won't be
No milk
like that.
because they didn't have none.
I really learned. I watched my grandmother. All my aunties and uncles could cook. Every one of them could cook, and all my grandboys they cook now. Every one. She said two of them. Her oldest son is the best one of them, but the rest of them they try.
And can you do a good pie crust, a flaky pie crust?
I can do a good pie crust.
What about fried pies?
Yeah, I can do them too.
My grandma used to make the best. She died when I took that recipe. with
Did you
all
get the recipe?
fried pies
She said she took it on with her.
and rolls?
That I was trying to tell you about Miss Sharp, Mr. Sharp that used to teach school over here.
She said you have to feel.
His wife, that she had the pie shop on 2nd Street. Sharp's pie fries. I mean, she could flat naturally cook them. These people cook fried pies. They just doughy stuff that ain't in.
Yeah.
They have to take that fruits and don't let them be juicy. Put them in the thing and thicken them a little bit. So you put them in inside that crust and drop it in there. You mash it down with some water so it won't come loose.
Well, see, that crust is the secret to a fried pie.
It is. You got that. You got something going on. I can make fried pie. It ain't. Now I'm this kind of cook. I can cook anything. I can cook turnips. I can cook eggplants. I can cook beets. And people how they don't eat it, but I don't know nothing I can cook that people don't eat. I cook cabbage. I have people call me, how you cook them? I cook them, but I don't make them taste like that. But like I said, I'm this kind of cook. Ain't no telling what kind of taste I'll have them. And I fry cabbage too. I don't boil them.
So you don't have a recipe book, it's all up here?
It's all up here. I tell her to improvise.
That doesn't always work.
Improvise. She be in the kitchen.
So any other governors or just primary Governor Nye and anyone else? Bellman would have been in the round in
Who?
Governor Bellman would have been around in the 60s. No, just Nye.
Edmondson. What about
No.
Edmondson?
No.
All right. You're not going to tell your favorite secret recipe. Share us. No.
You know, all mine's a favorite because when I'm cooking, I want it all to be good. Like I say, you cook everything separate. People want to mix junk. You don't mix stuff. You cooking yams, you cooking carrots. I make glazed carrots look like glazed sweet potatoes, but they ain't sweet potatoes, they're carrots. You cook it separate. I had a cousin, he passed away. He says, one thing I can say about you, everything tastes like it's supposed to taste. He passed away on me, but he come and eat. He said everything tastes like it's supposed to. I cook eggplants. There's nothing I can't cook.
Okay, so we will add. So you want to be remembered as a
The
great
cook.
cook. Great cook.
The best cook.
All right. Well,
Just like I said, if I used to go out here and feed the people that the junior work that just retired
That's what I
from.
just told her.
Just told her, We'd go down there at six. We'd be there at 6 o'clock in the morning, and 8 o'clock we'd be out of there.
I told you run the vendor people off.
I run all them off. All them that was coming, they couldn't come no more because nobody eat off of their truck but my truck. Because like I said, if you're gonna fix something, fix it good. It be hot as it's cold as cold. Don't bring no stuff down that ain't fit to eat. So they had me cooking steak for them. They had me cooking bologna, and they just put their orders in it, and I'd cook and take it down there every morning. I'd be up at 4 o'clock in the morning. At 6 o'clock, I'd be down here at the what's the name of it?
The city of Oklahoma City, at the
City of Oklahoma City, where the guys get on the trucks to go out to work. They used to tell me, why don't you just sit on the side of the highway and tell us where you are? This one guy told me, said, there's nowhere in the world you can make the same sweet potato pie every time. Say, it ain't no way. He used to tell me, how do you make this same sweet potato pie every day? Every day. And I had a brother that could really make good sweet potato. I used to study him to do individual pies. He told me, he said, it's no way. But once you want, it's a thing like this. If you're a secretary, you're a secretary. Everybody is not a cook. Everybody can stand and put something in the pot, but everybody is not a cook. He give everybody a anything.
gift.
You a broadcaster. What are you?
Sorry, what'd you say?
I said everybody got a
Their
thing.
gift.
I'm an artist.
You okay? You do that. I can't even imagine how it go. But you put the pot up there. I know I can tell you everything about this pot, but I can't tell you nothing. But some people want to be this. Some want to be a seamstress. They ain't that. Be what you are. He gave me the gift to cook, and I can do it. But I can do other things. So I can clean. I can bake. I can sew. I went to Miss Rich for sewing, and to make a pair of outer pajamas, I never did get them made. That ain't me. I can put a button on, but that's it. I ain't no talking about doing this and doing that. I do what I do best, and that's cook. Cook and clean. Now, them two things I can do.
No, I can't clean, but I can cook.
Say what?
I'm just teasing. I don't clean, but I can cook.
And she could. Good cook from her bandit coming down.
Everybody wants to do everything. You can't do everything.
Cannot.
God give you a gift. He give us 6 of them. Use the best one. Cooking is my best. Cleaning is my next best. Picking up don't leave stuff on the floor is my next worst enemy. My bathroom, my kitchen, and cooking and making that bed. When we said get out of bed, when we left to go to school, them beds were made. You had to make them time you hit the floor. Next place to wash and brush your teeth. That was a routine thing at the house when we were kids. Make that bed first. Get in that bathroom, get your face and stuff with. Next place, get to the table. She used to fix us biscuits and gravy and fried chicken for breakfast. This is my grandmother. We could get them have rice, bacon, eggs and stuff. We had hot breakfast. We didn't have no syrup sitting on the table. She'd be up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning getting our breakfast ready. And the funny thing we used to do was take our sack lunches. We warmed the bread, and then she put them bread together and put it in sacks. That's what we took our lunch to school in. And then she'd make these fish biscuits. She could make the best biscuits in the world. She'd roll them up like this, and she'd fix them like that. She'd cut them in two. She'd put our bacon in. We would have salt pork bacon. She used to boil it and take all the salt out of it and then fry it. But this is what we took for lunch. We didn't have none of that lunch stuff. And she did this all the years. I know she had the prettiest yard in the world. I wish I still had that clipping where they come out and interviewed her about her yard, how she do it. She had these big old rooster cone things, stuff like this here. Those white guys just come out and interviewed her. So how you keep it so good? She said, I got the knack for it. And she did. She had the prettiest yard in Carverdale. The prettiest yard. And she never did wear no shoes. She was about 4'11". She always was outside barefooted. She never put no shoes on.
I hate them too.
Do you? She'd be outside every morning in that garden. She didn't let us get in the garden with her because she didn't want us messing up her roads. So she fixed her garden in her garden. But she had the best food in the world. And a long time ago, you could cook food and leave it sitting out. You can't cook nothing and leave it out. You can get the bread that's molded in the stores now because they don't put the right preservatives. Years ago, you could put them ends up in a thing and go back and get them weeks later and the ends of the bread. There's Wonder Bread. You used to see the bread early in the morning downtown when they used to bake it. I think it's Wonder Bread during that time. You could smell it all over Oklahoma City and the coffee. Now you can't smell bacon. You can't smell bread. They don't even have no good yeast anymore. I don't know what they fixing today. But back over in there when they used to have the cookie factory, do you remember that back over in Bricktown when they used to have all them cookie factories over there? That's where lots of black people worked at too. Over there in over there in Bricktown where they changed all the bricks around it. That place didn't used to look like that. It used to be just where people wouldn't bake cookies and things over there.
Could you smell those in the air too?
You smelled it all. Back then they had food. And we used to go down and we used to get out, you would get 15 cents worth of sausage, dip it in white trays. You go in the stores, they dip them up and put them in. Do you remember that? They scoop them up, you could get 15 cents worth of sausage and a loaf of bread, you'd have enough food. And now you can't get enough food, not for no 15 cents. They used to have them little white trays and they'd scoop it up and put it in. Then there was an Essex grocery store and Taylor's grocery store and Norwood. You remember Sonny Norwood? I know you do. Right down east in front of the school. You know, well, you probably don't. But over there, he had a grocery store there later on down the line. Do you remember when they had those?
Norwood sounds familiar.
Huh?
Norwood sounds familiar.
Uh-huh. He used to, he come in later and put a grocery store there. Do you remember those little cafes used to be in front of Douglas High School? They had 3 or 4 little.
Barbecue.
Yeah, right in front of Douglas, right there.
I'm trying to think of that. They're still here. The people on that barbecue.
Huh?
They're still here.
The barbecue owners may still be here.
Okay.
Pullion's over there down going down
It's
Second
on
Street.
8th Street, I think.
Oh, no, it's Butler's on. No, Butler's on
Oh,
6th Street.
Butler's.
Butler's on 6th by Douglas.
Yeah, I remember Butler's.
Yeah. It's right there in the back of Douglas High School. It's on that corner. He could make the best barbecue ribs in the world, and he made his own hot links. And you remember going to Parker? You remember? It was her uncle. I said, you didn't get that recipe before he left here. I said, you should have got that recipe before he left here. He could make the best hot links, and he made them from scratch. And he didn't use barbecue sauce. Whatever he had in his jar, whether it was vinegar, red pepper, whatever. And he made them ends. He made barbecue end sandwiches and hot link sandwiches. He could really cook. I mean, he could cook them real. Now puddings. Now that's Leroy wasn't like puddings. I don't like puddings. He didn't have good barbecue. He was okay, but they didn't. He couldn't tool. What'd you say?
I don't say that. Just say it wasn't good. It wasn't your cup of tea.
It wasn't my cup of tea. She has to come with me because I'll tell it all.
People
I
came
tell
from far to get Pullion's barbecue, I'm telling you.
I believe I loved it. Him and Mama would go to up and down.
And we were in West Town and they were going coming on the east side to get Pullion's barbecue.
Oh, girl.
Every barbecue's a little different though,
Every
isn't it?
barbecue is different. If I could wake him up, it's sad to say, and get his recipe, he could flatten out to cook some real. I like food that you can cook and enjoy. And like I told those people that I worked for so long, I said, anytime you see food go in the trash, you know it ain't no good. Like prime ribs and stuff, people breaking it off their plates. Like these places, I told these people, Kim, what's the name of that place? I told them it's gonna close out there.
Where?
Furs. I told Furs they gonna close too. But the one out there where they put the on-cue at, I wasn't there one day. I told that man, I said, if you don't get these so-called cooks out of here.
It's right there on Northwest Expressway where 3 years out, 63rd, go that way.
I said, if you don't get these people out of here, you ain't gonna have no business. They got a big on-cue. I told him, I said, you cannot, people ain't gonna come buying this stuff. Dirty places, you don't do that there. You fix this stuff and it turn up and close. They're all closed because they cannot cook. That's why they're all going out of business. People get tired of buying junk. They won't let me cook. They tell me I'm too old.
You are. Because you don't want nobody to help you with me. Because I'm the only one who's gonna come on. And I'm too old.
I told my son the other day, I said, I'm over at the restaurant. I said, I don't know who you think gonna work.
Well, on that note, we'll say thank you again and close.
They do not
Okay.
want to work. I used to clean so
Okay, let's talk a little bit about chitlins then.
chitlins. Well, back in the day, we had those. We had where they make them at out there
Wilson's.
at the Wilson's packing town. We had chitlins, and that was one of our main things. We had chitlins and we had black eyed peas and candied yams and cornbread. That was a main dish.
Well, how would you cook the chitlins?
A boil. That's all I can tell you. I put my own seasoning in them, but you boil them. But now they use them for delicacies. I don't know what to say, because see, I said the wrong thing. See, you don't want this on your stuff. These foreigners coming here now, they used to wouldn't eat them, but now they sell them for everything. You think it, but this chitlins that they're selling y'all just don't know it. But I don't want to talk about them.
That's
You don't
okay.
want me to talk about them. Fact
What
about
would
you
you
don't
say?
want me to talk like I like to talk anyway. Not on you.
When you made chitlins, though, that was that a specialty or was
that was a specialty.
For you?
Chitlins, coleslaw, cornbread, beans. That was a specialty.
that's what you would serve with them?
Either greens or beans, cornbread, candied yams, coleslaw, and that was really a good meal for black folks.
Okay.
Well, see, what chitlins is a throwaway. Slaves had to take all the throwaway
Yes,
foods that white people didn't want. They would give the remnants,
Pig feet.
pig feet.
yeah, and pig feet. I like pig feet. Think about anything about that pig. I'm a pork chop lover. I love pork chop.
But they gave, back in that time, the chicken, like she said, it was something that they discarded. So
Discard.
black
And
people
slaves
could
had-
get them.
Yeah,
They would eat them.
had to
But
take
now
them.
now chitlins is $100 in the grocery store.
Oh, is it?
You can't even buy them now. But years ago, they wouldn't even eat them. That's what we ate.
My dad liked pig,
Pig feet. I do
Pig
too.
feet,
I like
yes.
them pickled. I like them any kind.
and we had to have him on New Year's. He had to have his
Pig
pickled
feet.
pig feet, yeah. And Mom liked her chicken gizzards.
Oh, I love gizzard too. Chicken liver. I like it all. You can't miss me on the food if it's good. I'm not choosy. I like pig feet. I like pig ears. I don't eat the snoops, but
As long as you've cooked them.
as long as I cook them, I like hog head cheese. I like
Hog head cheese.
you eat that with crackers. Pork is really a thing with the black people. Don't leave them pork chop out. Don't leave them ribs off of there. I can eat a whole slab of ribs by myself. And I do cook them. I don't like stuff on the grill. I'm an oven cooker. I don't like grilled stuff. I don't like that taste in my mouth. It's just something I don't like. I can cook ribs in the oven way better. You think you can cook them out there on that grill, burn them up. I just don't like that stuff. And I cook my ribs in the oven. In fact, I cook nearly everything in the oven. Everything but fish and stuff like that. I can bake it and put it in there. But I like to cook steak in the oven. I don't like that steak on the grill because it doesn't. As soon as it hit that grill, it just toughen it. Or they be just like this really killing them dead. But when I put one out there, they really be. I went to Guthrie one time to 8 or 9ers, and everybody had their stuff upstairs cooking it. And this girl told me, come and put my stuff in her yard. That lady said, where were you at yesterday when all this good stuff was going through here? Everybody can't cook. Take that from me. Everybody can't cook. They can get in the kitchen, but they can't cook. Everybody don't know how to work them pots.
Nope.